Warmest greetings to all of you who have been following along with us as we journey through some of the classic works of C.S. Lewis and explore their relevance to us today as we seek to follow Jesus Christ. I'm very happy to announce that we're getting ready to begin a new study, a study of a book that I think is unbelievably relevant to us right now. Just consider these things. Think of a time of major stress and severe political conflict. Think of a time where schools are closed and many children are displaced. Think of a time when many houses of worship and other places where you could assemble with other people have been closed or were felt to be unsafe. Think of a time where people stayed at home because they were afraid to go out. Think of a time where there was massive fear for the future. Think of a time where there was great fear of death and darkness and despair as people wondered about the goodness of God. Think of a time where it seemed like the end of the world as we know it. Now, many of you may be thinking I'm describing the age in which we are all living right now, and this time of the pandemic and national unrest and political turmoil and all of those things. But I'm actually talking about England in 1940 and 1941, the time where England is in the midst of the Blitz, some of the darkest days of World War II, and that time that gave birth to several of C.S. Lewis's most important books. We've just looked at the Screwtape Letters, but we are now getting ready to embark on a journey through Mere Christianity. Mere Christianity is one of the most important Christian books ever. Several different polls have ranked it to be the most influential Christian book of the past 100 years and in the top 5 Christian books of all time. It is a book linked to the conversion of many influential people who went on to grow deep in their faith and make a difference in the world for the gospel. It's been translated into over 30 languages and sold somewhere around 20 million copies. It's a remarkable book. It's a classic in the fullest and best sense of the word. But many of us have thought that perhaps it was a very intellectual book and we sometimes shy away from it or we don't know how to read it properly. So even if you've tried to read it and you didn't really like it, I would invite you to come along with us on this pilgrimage as we unpack this terrific book and learn how to read it based on what it was originally, which was a series of broadcast talks on the BBC. So we will be unpacking a lot of context to begin with that will help us to appreciate some of the unique characteristics of this book and help us to see through the lens of hope, the hope that is in the gospel of Jesus Christ. That not only does this book give us a great apologetic of the rational reasons that the Christian faith makes sense, but it also talks a lot about meaning and purpose and what it means to have a life well lived. So I invite you to join us, to come along. Classes will be over Zoom at 7:15 on Wednesday evenings, and the link for that will be sent out the day before class. If you need to get the link and you're not on any of our mailing list, please go to the St. Philip's website for St. Philip's Charleston and send us an email and we will get you signed up. So I look forward to this journey with you through this magnificent book and pray that God will use it to bless all of us and draw us more and more deeply into the things of His kingdom. God bless you.